A single father, 2 jobs, 1 fight he might not survive. Ethan Cole had 3 days left before a judge decided if he could keep his daughter, Alice. 3 days to prove that love mattered more than money. Right now, none of that mattered. After 14 exhausting hours between a garage and a coffee counter, all he wanted was to get home and see his little girl. The storm came without mercy. Rain slammed his windshield. Lightning split the sky. Then he saw them. Twin girls standing beside a luxury car, soaked, scared, and stranded. He should have kept driving. His life was already falling apart. But the fear in their faces reminded him of Alice. So he stopped. Their car was dead. Simple problem, bad timing. A Mercedes that wasn't going anywhere in the storm. Ethan offered them a ride to a nearby hotel. They hesitated, surprised that someone like him would help. But they climbed into his old Honda without complaint, just relief. On the drive, they talked. Sophie and Maya, sisters who had everything except time with their father. Always busy, always working. Money everywhere, presence nowhere. Ethan understood more than they knew. He told them about Alice, about the custody hearing in 3 days, about being told he wasn't enough because he worked too hard and earned too little. They listened, really listened. And for the first time in days, Ethan felt seen. At the hotel, Sophie thanked him. She said she hoped the judge could see what they saw, a father who shows up, even in a storm. Her words stayed with him as he drove home. Past midnight, Ethan found Alice asleep on the couch, waiting for him. He knelt beside her, brushing her hair back as she whispered his name. In that moment, exhausted and broke, he knew one thing for certain. Whatever happened in 3 days, he would keep choosing her, just like he always had. The question shattered him. She was 6. She shouldn't be carrying worries this heavy. "We're going to be fine," he said, pulling her close, even though he wasn't sure it was true. "Mommy says I might have to live with her, that you can't take care of me." Her voice trembled. Ethan held her tighter. "Your mommy's wrong. I can take care of you. No matter what happens, I'm your dad. I love you more than anything." "I don't want to leave you," she whispered. "You won't," he promised, unsure if he could keep it. As rain battered the windows of a small apartment, Ethan made a silent vow. He would fight with everything he had. 3 days until court. 3 days until a stranger decided his daughter's future. The courthouse felt cold and heavy. Ethan sat beside his public defender, hands clenched tight. Across the aisle, his ex-wife Lena looked calm, confident, dressed in expensive clothes, her lawyer sharp and ready. "Court is in session," the bailiff announced. Ethan stood as Judge Benjamin Whitmore entered, and his heart stopped. He recognized him instantly. The eyes, the face. This was the father of the twin girls he'd helped in the storm. Their eyes met. Recognition flashed between them. Moments later, the judge called for a sudden recess. Confusion spread through the room. Then the bailiff approached Ethan. "The judge wants to see you in his chambers." Inside the office, Judge Whitmore didn't waste time. "You helped my daughters," he said quietly, when no one else stopped. Ethan nodded. "I didn't know who they were." "I know," the judge replied. "That's why it matters." He leaned forward. "I reviewed your case. Your ex-wife claims you're unfit, but there's no proof of neglect. Only opinions about money." Then came the truth. Lena's arrests, drug use, job loss, lies hidden from the court. "She's not fit for custody," the judge said firmly. "And the truth is coming out today." "Why tell me this?" Ethan asked, shaken. "You could step aside." "I could," the judge said, "but I won't, because character matters. You stopped for strangers when you had nothing left to give. That tells me exactly who you are." Before leaving, the judge paused. "My daughters asked me to tell you something. They said Alice is lucky to have the kind of father they wish they'd had." Ethan walked back into the courtroom changed. For the first time in days, he wasn't afraid. He was ready to fight. For the first time in months, Ethan felt something he thought he'd lost forever. Hope. The courtroom went silent as Judge Whitmore took his seat, his expression calm and professional. Before opening statements could begin, he raised a folder. "This court has received new information," he said evenly. Information deliberately withheld. Lena's lawyer jumped to his feet, but the judge stopped him cold. "Sit down." Judge Whitmore turned to Lena. "You failed to disclose your drug-related arrests, your job termination, and an ongoing substance abuse investigation." The room erupted. Lena shook, tears spilling, but they were tears of panic. These charges were dismissed, her lawyer argued. On technicalities, the judge replied. The evidence still stands. Then he delivered the decision that changed everything. Full custody of Alice Marie Cole is awarded to her father, Ethan Cole. The mother will have supervised visitation pending rehabilitation. The gavel struck. Ethan couldn't move. The words echoed in his head. Alice was staying with him. Outside, sunlight replaced the storm that had begun it all. When he reached home, Alice looked up at him, fear and hope tangled in her eyes. Ethan dropped to his knees and pulled her close. "You're staying with me," he whispered. "Forever." She cried into his shoulder, relief pouring out of her, and Ethan cried with her, holding the one thing that mattered more than anything else in the world. Later, over ice cream at their favorite little shop, Alice asked, "What made the judge change his mind?" Ethan smiled softly. "I helped someone when they needed it, and sometimes kindness finds its way back." Days later, a call came from Judge Whitmore. An invitation. Dinner. Gratitude that didn't need words. What began as strangers meeting in a storm slowly became something else. Connection, respect, family. Months passed. Life was still hard. Ethan still worked 2 jobs. Money was still tight. But Alice was safe, happy, loved. And that made everything else small. All because one tired father chose to stop in the rain. Sometimes, that's all it takes to save your entire world.